Good evening and welcome to my time. Thank you for joining me this evening. I'm so glad to see you here. We have a lovely little flow practice planned, and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy the stretching and a little hip extensions. Help open up the hips a little bit. And then we're going to start with the breath-focused meditation over the heart. So I see the welcome with a namaste from Janice. Thank you, Janice. We're looking forward to a nice practice, and namaste to each of you. All right, I'm going to push my cart aside and let's begin our practice time. So coming down to the mat in a seated posture. And I oftentimes sit on a block, but of course you're welcome to sit in a easy pose or the crisscross applesauce position. So find a position that's comfortable for you, where you can feel at ease and that the spine is very upright. And then begin to bring your attention a little bit inward into the breath, feeling that tallness in the spine. On the inhale, growing just a little taller. On the exhale, letting the shoulders drift away from the ears a bit. Feeling a nice full in-breath. And then letting go and landing, arriving, releasing with the out-breath. It's amazing how much tension we hold in the body. Just using the breath to fill the body, expand it with air. And then on the exhale, that letting go. And now noticing the breath as it enters into the nose, almost like a ribbon of air, a stream of air. Feeling it coming into the body, and on the exhale, imagining it going out from your heart. Using this as a metaphor for receiving and giving. Sometimes we're in a giving profession and it feels comfortable to be giving. But can we also be willing to receive? Receive the goodness that is around us from the earth and from those people around us, our social network. When someone smiles or engages with us, can we receive? So on the in-breath, imagining receiving that goodness. And then on the out-breath, giving through the heart, feeling that giving, that sharing. A willingness to receive kindness and to give kindness. Continuing with that deeper breath now, inhaling, receiving, and exhaling, giving. Inhale and exhale. Taking 3 to 5 more of those deep breaths. And then returning to the natural breath and just bringing the attention around the heart. And allow the softening around the heart to happen. Just the untangling. And set an intention for your practice this evening. What is present for you, and how can you care for what's present? Welcoming whatever you find with kindness. And then feeling that tallness in the spine again, and letting the right ear drift over to the right shoulder. Slowly rolling the chin forward towards the chest. Stretching out the back of the neck and still breathing. And then rolling that left ear over the left shoulder. And then gently find your way back. Pausing anywhere where your neck might need attention. And rolling down till the chin is on the chest. Then draw the shoulders forward up towards the ears as the crown reaches up. And then roll the shoulders down the back. And do that shoulder roll a couple times, just really loosening up that area along the shoulders. Roll them forward, up towards the ears, and then feel the shoulder blades land on the back. Couple more. Bring the arms into cactus. Just push the elbows back a few times with the exhale. Reach the arms out into a T. Feel the fingertips reaching away from each other. Drop the right hand down and gently sweep over, stretching out the side body. Big breath in the ribs here. Deepen with the exhale. Inhale through the center and exhale to the other side. Inhale coming through center and exhale, rolling the heart towards the earth as you side bend. And then inhale and roll the gaze and the heart to the sky. Coming through center, and let's do that on the other side. Roll the heart towards the earth, and then roll the heart towards the sky. Coming back to center, reach the arms up. Feel that tallness in the fingertips. Exhale, take a twist off to the right. Inhale up. And exhale to the left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Reach the back arm up. And then gently reach forward with that arm, feeling that stretch along the back on the right. Inhale, sweep the hands high. And exhale, twist. Inhale the back arm. And fold gently forward, stretching out the back body. And then coming back to a seated posture. Just kind of noticing how your body feels as you have warmed up the upper body a little bit. And then we'll come over onto our hands and knees for a little cat-cow. Placing the hands right underneath the shoulder points and just begin to warm up your spine a little bit. Find the breath in the body, inhaling into Bithilasana, exhale Marjariasana, and take it as deep as you'd like to. And then let's pause after the next breath in a tabletop. Feel the ribs fill a bit, and then push that right heel back out. Take a nice big breath in. Pull the toes back as you lengthen through that heel, like an extension from your crown to your heel. Try not to let the head drift down, but keep the back of the head level with the shoulder blades. Add the left thumb to the sky, breathing here. And then slowly move the feet, the foot, and the hand away from center, challenging your balance a bit, keeping the gaze steady and the table steady. And then gently move it back into your long position. Breathing. Then draw the elbow and the knee together with the exhale. Arch the back up a little. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale it in. Inhale it out. Exhale it in. Inhale it out. Bring the left hand down, the ball of the right foot down, and take a calf stretch, pushing through that heel, lengthen up the back of that leg, and just kind of move from the big toe to the pinky toe. Get the different areas of the calf activated and stretched. And then soften that right knee back to the mat and take a cleansing breath. Now to the other side, push the left heel out, nice and long. Reach to the crown, find the breath in the body. Keep the back of the head level with the shoulder blades. Add the right thumb to the sky if that feels right for you. Grow long. Slowly start to sweep off of center, breathing, but holding that nice steady table. And then bring it slowly back to a nice long line of energy. With your next exhale, draw the elbow and knee together and arch the back. Inhale it out. Exhale. Number 3. Back out. Bring the hand down and then that ball of that foot down. And stretch out on this side. Come through the toe and through the pinky. Just feel the stretch in the calf. Then bringing the knees down. Walk the hands, one hand print forward. Draw the hips forward, squeeze the glutes and lift the heart in this modified up dog. And then on the exhale, push from the hands all the way till the tailbone reaches way back, almost to child's pose. Inhale forward, that modified up dog. Just go back and forth here a few times. Exhale towards child's pose. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. Feel the body warming. Last one. And then tuck your toes. Walk the hands slowly back towards the knees. And come into a seated posture on the feet. So you're stretching the soles of the feet just a bit. You can do this also by putting your hands on the mat and pushing into the mat and stretching your heels back. This gives a good stretch on the Achilles tendon and on the base of the foot. Okay, then untuck the toes and we'll stretch the front of the shins a little. So sitting down, lifting the knees. Kind of an interesting stretch. And then switch back, tuck the toes, bring the heels together. It helps in bring in the stretch if you're not feeling it. And then let's come on up into a squat. So you're balancing on your toes. And then push the hips up. Now as you do so, you may still be able to touch the mat with some softness in your knees, or you can bring a block in front of you, whatever works best for you. Want to have your hands still supported on the earth or a block. And then just kind of lengthen through one leg and then the other leg, lifting or softening the knees one at a time. Lifting the heel, softening the knee. And then inhale to a half lift. So this is where you press the hands on the shin, or you can also do a half lift on a block. You're going to have a nice flat back, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Lengthen out through the legs. Inhale here. Exhale, soften to the earth. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, soft. And fold. Inhale, half lift. Fill the belly. Exhale, draw those shoulder blades down the back. I'm going to encourage you to put your hands on your shin bones here, not on the knees, but on the shin bones. And then just feel the crown reaching forward, tailbone reaching back. Big breath in. Exhale, scoop in the navel. Now bring some attention to your inner thighs and just spin them backwards towards the wall behind you. Feel that little tiny stretch in the back of the legs. Breathing. And then gently bring the hands all the way up the legs to standing, setting our block aside. Okay, welcome to standing. Let's have some flow. Coming to the top of your mat, we're going to be in a sun salutation here. So let's find our mountain, landing some weight in the heels, feet parallel to the long edge of the mat. And as you settle here, let the weight drop into the heels. Push the heels apart just a little bit and notice how that starts to activate the muscles in the legs. Feel the strength in your legs. Our legs are our most strong muscles. We appreciate them so much as they help mobilize us. Okay, revisiting your intention and your breath. Inhale, sweep the hands up, tall mountain. Exhale, folding at the hips and swan diving. Let that heart really float over. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep to the top. Exhale, plunge down to earth, right through the center. Inhale, half lift and fold. Sweep up, inhale. Exhale, plunge. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold and step back on the right. Coming to your runner's lunge, 2 lanes of traffic. Plant the right hand down, turn the heart towards the knee, left hand to the sky, dragonfly twist. You feel a lot of stretch in the outer hip of the leg that's forward. Bring the hand down and step back to plank. We're going to talk just a little bit about flow here. At any time, you're welcome to bring your knees down to the mat. That helps shorten the plank that you're holding. So you want to have the back of the head level with the shoulder blades, whether you're in a knee down or a full plank. And when we take the knees, chest, chin, and then cobra flow, you're going to do just that. The knees come down, the elbows soften, but they stay pretty close to the sides of the body. So you bring the chest down and then the chin. Inhale, you untuck your toes, and you feel the energy kind of rolling through the body, lifting the heart. Soften the hands. Exhale, soften, tuck your toes. And the first thing to lift is your hips. Push it back and then lift the knees, bringing you up to your down dog. That's our knees, chest, chin, cobra, down dog flow. Now, you don't have to have straight knees, but you can if you want to. The goal is to bring more weight towards the heels in down dog or towards the feet rather than the hands. If you find yourself coming forward too much, it puts too much work on the shoulders. So push the weight of the body back towards the heels. Now lifting the right foot up. Let's bend that knee, stack that hip. And we're going to take a knee down side plank or an extended leg side plank. So if knee down, you're just bringing it straight down in front of you. Otherwise, put it under the body and come to an extended leg side plank. 2 breaths. Slowly lift that foot back up. Take the fire hydrant pose. And now we'll take pigeon. So bring that knee right behind the right wrist. And I always like to move that shin into a parallel position because this helps intensify that hip stretch for me. So 2 or 3 breaths in pigeon. Always breathing with these stretches as we want to kind of surf into the stretch, backing away from pain, of course. We don't want any pain. And then lift up that knee and heel toe the foot back into a lunge position. Tuck the back toes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back to the top. And release. And now we'll take those same movements on the other side. And I always remind you, if you appreciate having a little something like a chair nearby to help you stabilize yourself in any flow position where your balance is perhaps being more challenged than you'd like. All right, finding your mountain, lengthening up through the body. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, step back on the left. Now, when you're stepping back, it's 2 lanes of traffic. The left hand stays down and the right hand goes up. But keep that left knee pulled up. Sometimes that leg wants to soften. So see if you can keep that kneecap pulled up. Exhale, bring the right hand down, step the right foot down, and take or skip your flow. It is always up to you. Inhale, cobra, lifting the heart, activating the back. And exhale, push to down dog. Inhale the left foot. Bend the knee and stack the hips in that fire hydrant pose. And then coming down to a side plank, either knee down side plank or extended leg side plank. Reaching it out in front of you, right arm to the sky. As the right hand comes down, the left foot comes back into fire hydrant. And then the left knee comes forward for pigeon. Stretching it out on this side. And you may notice that you have a different level of flexibility on one side over the other. That's pretty normal. 1 or 2 breaths here. Lifting the left knee, coming into the lunge position. And on the exhale, bringing the right foot forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up. And release, empty coat sleeves. And then coming back to mountain. Standing in your mountain and taking a breath cycle or 2. At any time, if the practice seems like it's going too fast for you, always feel free to pause in like a child's pose or mountain pose and catch your breath and resettle your attention and intention for practice. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, diving. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold and step back on the right, bringing the right knee down to the mat. In a low lunge, inhale the arms up and let the hips sink towards the heel, stretching out the front of that right hip flexor. Now, if you notice that your knee is uncomfortable, you can place a towel under your knee or you can fold your yoga mat. This is one of the reasons I encourage you to have a thicker yoga mat so that your knee stays comfortable, but it isn't always something you get right away. So we can do it with a towel in the meantime. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Draw the left hip back and draw the toes back towards you, lengthening out the back of the leg. And you can kind of play between pointing the toe and bringing it back. And then when you're ready, walk the hands forward, tuck the back toes, come to that runner's lunge. Got a nice long stride here. Draw that kneecap up and start to press the 2 feet away from each other. As you do, you may start to notice, oh, I can get my hands off the ground. That's the idea. Keep your gaze focused and let those hands come back in airplane as the heart lifts a little. And then slowly sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Beautiful. Breathing here. Strong legs, strong stride. Drop the back heel. Toes are off at 2 o'clock on the back foot. Option to interlace in temple fingers. And you're going to have warrior one. Breathing with it and keeping the 2 feet very active by sticking to the mat and pushing away from each other. Lighting up the legs with lots of work. Release the hands, come to cactus arms. Draw the elbows back, lift the heart. Breathing. Slowly reach the arms up into a Y and the heart lifts just a little bit more. Keep those glutes strong. Keeps the low back safe. And then gently let the hands down, coming to right behind the sacrum, interlacing the hands and drawing them down. Broaden across the collarbones. And when you're ready, slowly fold to the inside of that left thigh, and you can release your hands to the mat at any point that's right for you. Now, if you have your block nearby, this is the perfect time to use it. Placing it on the inside of that left foot, lift the back heel, and draw that left hip way back here. We're coming to pyramid pose. You might want to half step the back foot forward so you can get that heel to the mat. Take a nice stretch in both legs. In the front leg, you're stretching the hamstring, and the back leg is stretching the calf. Lengthen out from tailbone to crown and slowly fold the heart towards the knee. Breathing with the stretch. And now comes our challenge pose. Soften the knee, take the block with you out to a 45-degree angle off of the foot. Place the hand on the block and come up to a half moon. Or an alternative is a standing split. But with half moon, you reach up out of that left foot, stack the hips, flex the back foot, lift the right arm. Breathing. Ardha Chandrasana, this is called. And release that back foot to the mat. Now, if you haven't had much success with half moon, I'm going to invite you over to a wall. This is a fantastic way to strengthen your half moon pose. So we're just going to take a little break right here in flow to do so. So just kind of press that left hip, what we were just practicing, up against the wall. Take the block with you. And then you're going to take that block and just reach it out as you slowly lift the back foot. And lean against the wall because it's keeping you safe. Draw that right foot in and the back arm up. Okay, so a nice, easy way to enter into that pose. And you can practice it since we're doing so now. Let's do it on the other side, and then we'll return to our flow. So just kind of let the hip lean into the wall here. Hold the block out in front of you. Slide it down to the floor and flex that back foot, lifting into half moon and leaning against the wall so you feel really well supported. Okay, let's come back to our flow. Bringing the left foot back to meet the right. We're ready to take a flow. And you choose now if you'd like to, or if you'd rather just go straight to down dog. Inhale into your cobra. And exhale, we meet in down dog. Inhale the right foot up. Exhale it forward between the hands. Bring the left knee down. Sweep the arms up. Let the hips lower towards the heel. Exhale and fold for hurdler's stretch. Draw the right hip back. And just pedal that foot a little bit, pointing and stretching back with that right toe. And then walk the hands forward, coming to our runner's lunge. 2 lanes of traffic. Let that energy kind of split between those 2 feet. Both are holding a good amount of weight until the hands can come up, reaching back for airplane. The heart lifts, coming up to crescent, lifting the back heel, lifting the arms, lifting the heart and the gaze, finding the breath in the body, keeping the feet strong. And when you're ready, land the back heel, toes at 10 o'clock, option for temple fingers. Another option for warrior 1 is the arms straight up alongside the ears. And if that's uncomfortable for you, just immediately come to cactus arms, but we're all moving there now anyway. Just draw those shoulder blades together, the elbows back a bit. Find the breath in the low belly. Fill and exhale. Reach the arms out into a Y, let the heart lift. And then let the arms come down and reach behind you. And this time, switch the fingers over one so it feels more like you're holding someone else's hand. And then draw the arms down, broaden across the collarbones, lifting the gaze and the heart. Find the breath in the low abdomen, really activating the core here. Each exhale strengthens those muscles around the abdomen and the pelvic floor. With the next exhale, fold to the inside of the right thigh and release the hands to the mat. Bring the block to the inside of that right foot. Lift the back heel. Option to come a half step forward. We're entering into pyramid pose. So lengthen out the right hip behind you. And then lengthen out from tailbone to crown and a soft fold towards the forward knee. One more breath here. And then soften the right knee. Take that block, come off on a 45-degree angle, and the option to lift the back foot and come into Ardha Chandrasana. The gaze can be at the mat, out to the side, or up to the sky. Whatever is right for you. One or two breaths there, and then let's come back for our flow. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And take a little flow here, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, down dog. One or two breaths there. Look between the thumbs. And then on the exhale, step or hop forward to your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen into a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep to the top. And exhale, release, empty coat sleeves. Very good. Letting that energy just kind of soften in the body at the end of your flow. And if you're feeling a particular amount of tension in any of the muscles, feel free to shake out those legs, those muscles, and just recovering a bit. And then we'll come into our next flow, which is going to be a B sun salutation. So what we did was just a C sun salutation, and now we'll do a B. And B series always starts in a chair, and we'll do a little different flow with the B series. Okay, feeling your mountain arriving in your body. Finding your breath and narrowing the back of the throat as you exhale. So you have that breath that sounds like the ocean. Soften the knees, soften the hips as you reach behind you, and sweep into your chair. Land the weight in the heels. Push them away from you and take 2 or 3 breaths here. With the next exhale, fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale and fold. Step back for your plank. And now we'll take a B series flow. So we'll come from our plank from high push-up to low push-up. And you can do it from your toes or you can also do it from your knees. Okay, either one is fine. The goal here with half push-up from high to low is you're going to bring the shoulders down, but only to the level of the elbows, not below. At that point, you untuck the toes and you come to up dog, lifting the heart. Then tuck the toes and push to down dog. Now we start our flow with the feet. Inhale your right foot up. Bend the knees, stack the hips to open the hips a little. Lengthen out that foot and then sweep that foot forward between the hands. Runner's lunge, 2 lanes of traffic. We're going to drop the back heel. So we have a heel to arch alignment. Coming up in a warrior 2. Okay, so let's just kind of work our way from the roots, rising up through the body on a warrior 2. So the back toes are off to 9 o'clock, the front toe at 12 o'clock, and the heel intersects the arch of the back foot. Feel the spine completely perpendicular to the earth, and the arms are parallel to the earth, reaching for infinity. Take your gaze over the middle front finger and breathe. Feel your shoulders soften away from your ears. Let the right elbow come down to the knee and the left arm over for extended side angle. Feel that line of energy from the back heel through the fingertips. Keep the heart open and breathing. Spine is long. Gently come back to warrior 2. 2 breaths. Turn the front palm up. Bring the back palm to 45 degrees and the gaze to the back. So your arms are off at 45 degrees from each other, and then you're going to look towards the back foot. Taking it just a little further to reverse warrior. So now the left hand lands, the right hand comes up, and you can take the gaze up to the hand if you'd like, or to the back, whichever one works better for you. Proud or reverse warrior. Now straighten that front knee. This is where we're coming to reverse triangle. Feel that tallness. The footing is in triangle, and now we're going to tip on over, coming to Trikonasana, triangle posture. You can bring the hand to the inside of the thigh or the shin. Just keep the spine nice and long so you get a nice good angle there. You can also take a block and place it right outside the right ankle and just rest your hand on that block. That's another way. The stretch I'm getting is on the inside of my front leg. And I also feel the twist in the torso. These are whole body postures, so really a lot is happening. Setting the block aside, bring the hands down to the mat and step the right foot back to meet the left and take your flow here. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Lifting to up dog and exhale to down dog. And pausing in down dog for a breath or 2. And then we'll take those postures on the other side. Inhale the left heel, stack the hips, and then sweep that left foot long and forward between the hands. Coming to that runner's lunge position, then drop the back heel. We're going to rise in warrior 2 on this side. There we go. So just check in with your footing. The left knee is right over the ankle. You don't want the knee coming in. That shows an inequality in the quad. So bring that knee right into line with the second toe. Feel the 2 feet pushing away from each other. Find the breath in the body. Left elbow to the left knee, extended side angle. Gently coming back for 3 breaths in Warrior 2. Soften the shoulders. Find the beauty in you in this pose. The palm lifts to the sky, and bring yourself into launching warrior. Gaze towards the back foot. Reverse warrior. One hand reaches for the sky, the other for the earth. Press into that left knee as you straighten it. Reverse triangle. And then gently come into Trikonasana, or triangle posture, bringing your left hand down and the right hand up. Find a softness in it. Bring the right hand down to the mat as the left knee softens, the right heel lifts. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And taking your flow here, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, to up dog or cobra. And then we all come to down dog. Taking 3 to 5 breaths here. A little softness in the knees. Option to come to child's pose. And then softening your knees down to the mat. We're going to come into a mermaid position. So let both knees go off to one side and both heels to the other. So it's also known as 90-90, okay? So both legs in 90. Feel the spine reach up, and then walk the hands over towards the one side. Take that twist. Feel a long spine, and then exhale into the twist. Leave the back arm down. Sweep the other arm, the front arm, forward and up, and then option to squeeze the glutes and lift the hips into a bit of a back bend here. 2 or 3 breaths. And then soften back down. And then just rock back towards your elbows and switch the direction of the knees. You get a comfortable 90-90 on the other side. Then walk your hands off into the twist. Lengthen the spine. And then sweep that front arm forward. Option to lift the hips, coming into a bit of a back bend here. And softening back down. Extend the feet out in front of you. Come down for a little bit of core practice before we unwind. So coming onto your elbows. And when you're on your elbows, one thing that happens for me is sometimes the chest sinks. So try to remember to keep the heart lifted, okay? And keep the neck long. Bring the shins in tabletop, and you can just stay right there, or you can dig in the sand and scoot that sand off like you're digging a nice little sand castle area. Now bring in the breath. Inhale, exhale. Breathing. Each time you push the feet away, that's a great time to exhale. 2 more. Bring the heels down and then lower yourself down to the mat. Roll the shoulder blades under a bit and the heels towards the glutes as we prepare for bridge. Lift the toes, spread the toes, weight into the heels. Exhale, push the small of the back down towards the mat. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push the back down. Notice how the tailbone starts to lift. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push the back down and roll the tailbone up, and then all the vertebrae right on up to the shoulders. Let the heels dig in a little bit. Squeeze the glutes to lift the hips. Keep the knees towards each other and breathe. You can grip onto the sides of your mat if that helps you. 2 or 3 breaths here. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, unwind that spine towards the earth. And as you get towards the small of the back, lift the heels so you can get each of those vertebrae down, down, down towards the earth. All the way, very good. And bring your hands right behind the thighs here. Put your elbows down on the earth. Extend the feet away and rock up on your elbows back into a seated posture. Take a little bit more digging in the sand here. Breathing. Breathing. Four more. 2. Last one. Bring the heels down and lower the spine towards the earth, preparing for another bridge. This time, if you'd like to, bring all the weight to the left foot and lengthen out the right foot and make it a one-footed bridge, which is a little more challenging, I think, because all the weight is in one leg. Exhale and roll up into your bridge. Try to level up the thighs and breathe. And exhale, bring yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae. And bring that right heel down. We'll take it on the other side. Now if you did a 2-footed bridge, you'll do another 2-footed bridge. For those that did a 1-footed bridge, bring the right foot down into the bridge position and the left foot goes long. Exhale and roll yourself up into your bridge and breathe. 2 or 3 breaths. And then slowly roll it down. And this time, bring those knees into the chest for a little comfort. And just rock them side to side. Maybe draw some circles on your back, holding the kneecaps like your thighs are giant pencils. And just draw circles and then switch directions. Bring your attention to your sacrum. And just see what area might need attention of your small back or your sacrum. Slide your hands down to your shins and let the knees fall apart a little bit. You can even widen out your elbows and catch yourself with your elbows as you rock back and forth. Just releasing any tension that's happening in the low back. And then if you're able, bring your hands between your thighs and reach up for the big toes. Let the heels come to the sky for happy baby. And slowly find all four corners of your back. So you give it a good stretch here. Breathing and exhaling, letting go of tension as we unwind our practice now. And releasing the big toes and taking your block if it's nearby. We're going to take a little bit of legs up the wall. So squeeze up into your bridge and just slide that block underneath the sacrum. This is one of my favorite postures. Let the knees come into the chest and the heels rise up. And you can move the feet or you can just let them float up there. As a lot of that blood flows back to the heart in this restorative posture. Notice the breath, let it be full. Let your exhales be complete. Unwinding your practice. Now let the heels drift apart from each other. You can bring your hands to the outer thighs for a little support if that feels good. The heels stretch for the corners of the room. Let those exhales out. Bring the heels back together. And then this time bring the left knee in and the right heel goes long. And then walk your hands up the back of the left leg. Option if you have a strap, you can definitely use it here. Just slide it over the foot. If you don't have a strap, just bring your hands onto the back of the thigh. Get a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. You straighten that leg. And then just kind of let it go left and right a little bit as you're stretching, or maybe in a little gentle circle, figuring all those tiny little muscles that are getting a good stretch as you straighten the knee, push through the toes. And then gently softening. And bring your right knee back in. And this time you'll let the left heel go out. And let the right heel come up to the sky. Taking your hands up the back of that leg or placing your strap on. So you get a good hamstring stretch on this side. Straightening through that back of that leg. Lengthening. I guess this is almost like we did last week, the Ardha Humanasana, you know, where you almost got a half split going, huh? Feels good to stretch the big muscles. And then softening again, releasing the strap if you're using one, or bringing both knees into the chest. And letting both heels come down to the earth now. And the soles of the feet coming together, the knees drifting apart, a little rocking left and right. Then bring the knees up, put a little weight into the heels so you can slide your block out. And we'll take one final posture, our long spinal twist. Letting the left heel go long, take the right knee and the left hand and bring it across the body for your twist. And this time we're going to offer that you add onto it cat pulling its own tail. So as you come over into the twist, keep the right knee bent and the left hand on the right knee. But kick up the back foot and see if you can reach the back foot with your right hand. And then gently squeeze the glute on the left and pull on that right foot. Sorry, that left foot in the right hand. And get that nice and open on the hip flexor. 1 or 2 breaths here. Then gently releasing the back foot and bringing the right knee back over the body. And we'll take those moves on the other side. Lengthen out through the right leg. Bring the left knee across the body and let the right hand rest on that knee. Kick that back foot up into the left hand and let the cat pull its own tail. Squeeze the glute on the right and draw back with that left hand on the right foot. Breathing and letting go. And releasing that back foot, sliding your right hand underneath the left knee, and bring yourself back to center as we prepare for Shavasana, our final resting posture. This is a great time to dim the lights in the house and perhaps put on something a little warmer like a blanket or jacket or eye cover, anything to get yourself comfortable as you unwind your practice. So let the body unfold onto the mat with the arms and legs a little bit away from the center of the mat. And find that breath in the body. Maybe revisiting that stream of breath practice we had at the beginning of practice. Feeling that ribbon of breath come in through the nose. And then exhaling it like you're breathing out of the heart. Receiving kindness. So often there are kind deeds brought in our way. Can you receive the kindness that's present in your life? Can you allow yourself to be receptive? On the exhale, letting go of the breath. Letting the breath leave through the heart like your kindness, a gift to the world. To those people you touch. Inhale kindness for your heart and exhale kindness for the world. Inhale kindness for your heart. Exhale kindness for the world. Softening your eyes, your brow, your face. Just let the body be breathed. The jaw unhinged and the tongue thick in the mouth. With each exhale, grow a little heavier. Let the arms be a little heavier, a little softer. As you visit the heart, let the tension untangle. No resistance. Just allowing yourself to be present. Breath by breath. we start to deepen the breath a bit, perhaps moving fingers and toes as you sense your place here on the earth. Let the breath deepen a bit. Taking a bit of a stretch if that feels good. And drawing your knees into the chest. Take another moment to comfort the low back. Then gently rolling off to one side or the other. And pushing up, coming to a seated posture. As we close our practice time together. Bringing your hands to heart. Noticing your sincerity, what matters to you, what brings you to practice, and letting that carry your practice into your life. May you know peace. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, friends. As always, it's so lovely to practice with you.